Hello everybody, I'm Brian Nelson from How to Automotive, and this is the new Milwaukee 3/8 drive mid-torque impact wrench. I'm referring to this as the workhorse. So this particular tool, I got it right out of the box, started doing valve adjust on this Honda here. I did another valve adjust on another Honda, and I did some suspension work, put it right to use, and this is going to be a very versatile tool. With the 3/8 drive ambles, it's going to allow you to do the small tasks and the bigger tasks, such as suspension work, brake work, that type of things. So I'm going to walk you through some of the specs, show you some of the jobs I did with this. So this model is the 2852/22, the kit form. It's also available in the bare tool form. So once you get your kit, it's going to come in a blow molded case like this. So the kit comes with the tool, 2 5-hour amp batteries, and the charger. So the weight on the tool is about 5¼ pounds. Milwaukee says it's 5.3 to be exact, but that's with the 5-hour amp battery on it. So the 3/8 amble, it can come in two forms, one with the friction ring and one with the detent. For automotive use, I recommend the friction ring. This puts out 600 foot-pounds of torque, and with the detent, they drill a little hole in the side of the friction ring, and they reduce the torque because the hole that they drill in the side of the amble to put the detent in there weakens it. So for automotive use, I would definitely recommend the friction ring model. So the 3/8 is exactly the same as the 1/2-inch mid-torque, only difference is the 3/8 amble. So as you can see here, I have the 1/2-inch drive and the 3/8 drive right here side by side, and you can see that they're the exact same tool, only difference is the ambles. Both the 3/8 and the 1/2-inch drive are putting out 600 foot-pounds of nut braking torque. So here I have it side by side with the second generation 3/8 drive impact gun here, and as you can see, it's pretty similar in size. There's not much difference. So when you pair them up side by side, you can see that the new version is a little bit longer, a little bit wider, and just a tad bit taller. But the new mid-torque has nearly 3 times the amount of power, coming out at 600 foot-pounds of torque. The old version had only 210 foot-pounds of torque. So that's 600 foot-pounds of reverse torque, and then it also has 450 pounds of tightening torque on it. On the back of the box, I show you all the specs that the tool comes with. The most important thing to know is it has 3 power modes, which allow it to reduce the RPMs. In mode 3, it will operate at 2300 RPMs. In mode 2, 2000 RPMs. And in mode 1, it operates at 575 RPMs. And that gives the tool some controllability since it has so much power. So the reason why I'm referring to this as the workhorse is the majority of automotive technicians' sockets are going to be 3/8. And that's because that's the most commonly sized sockets that you're going to use on most tools. 3/8 drives, they come in all kinds of assortments from short, deep, impact, non-impact. They come in torques, triple squares, all kinds of different fasteners use 3/8 drive sockets and tools. So when you start putting these tools to work, having just a 1/3/8 drive allows you to quickly just change between your sockets and stuff and not have to change out tool and sockets. So normally I would have used a 1/2-inch drive to remove the wheels and then switched over to a 3/8 drive to do service work like I'm doing on this brake job here. So I would remove the outer caliper with a 3/8 drive, and then I would have to switch to a 1/2-inch drive to most likely get the bigger bolts back here on the caliper bracket. And now I can do it all with one tool. And then if I need to control the power, I got the 3 modes here. I like to use mode 1 here, which reduces it down to 575 RPMs, to install fasteners where I'm just going to run them in until they're snug. I'm not tightening with the tool, I'm just running them in. So what I like about the tool the most is that I can just use it on just about every job that I'm doing. So right here, I'm removing the valve cover here so I can adjust the valves on this particular car. So 1 second I'm doing a brake job, next I'm doing the removing the valve covers, removing the brackets. I'm using wobbly sockets. It's small enough to get in here, but then it's got this variable trigger that allows you to finely control it. So on the inner fender liner here, these little fasteners are made out of plastic, and I'm just lightly squeezing the trigger and it pulls them out without ripping them out. Here I am using it with long extensions to remove some fasteners on this cruise control module here. Then I was able to switch over to a bigger socket here and remove the motor mounts. And for a task like this, I most likely would have had to switch over to a 1/2-inch drive tool to do this. Now I can do it all with a 3/8 drive. And as you can see, even with extensions, I have enough power to remove motor mount bolts. Here I am using it to remove a throttle body here, and I have to hold the tool sideways to get it, and the tool's weight is not really an issue. It's not really bothering my hands or working with it at all. One of the main purposes of having these type of tools is speed, and as you can see, as I'm removing all these fasteners on this intake manifold here, I'm able to quickly move from fastener to fastener, loosening them with no problem and no bogging down or anything like that. So on this same job, I'm able to take the intake manifold off, then I'm able to switch over and take off lug nuts to remove the wheels. So as you can see, this is why I call it the workhorse. I'm able to just constantly keep working and keep moving without switching a lot of tools over, 1/2-inch drive, 3/8 drive, and that's definitely going to save you some time when you're working with these tools all day long. And that's the name of the game, is saving time. By reducing the number of times that you're switching tools out, you're probably going to pick up an hour or two in labor just by not doing that. So as soon as this tool is available, I will link it up in the description of the video. I'm Brian Esser from How to Automotive. I'd like to thank you guys for watching my videos, encourage you to subscribe, invite you to head over to the howtoautomotive.com website for more valuable videos like this. Thank you again for watching.